was wondering what that was.
Bald and cheek, were you? Oh, of course not. No one's been born in Florida since 1877, but I've been here for 5 years, which is a very long time.
I'll try not to... Hopefully I don't have the sniffles too bad. I think my stepdaughter might have given me a cold. Like indirectly through my fiance.
In this episode of Pressing the Issue, we had Alex Shrub, Callum Grayshaw, and John Florida.
Alright, give me this fucking thing.
Corrupt money grabbing.
That's it, just one. Well, this isn't hard at all. Get out of the way.
You're listening to VCPR, the radio station for disoriented and unrealistic college professors who wear fuzzy sweaters and find everything terribly interesting. I'm Michelle Montañez.
And I'm Jonathan Freeloader. Public radio is very important. You may have heard my recent hour-long story about my hike in the park.
That was fascinating and very important for everyone, even the blind. What is selection, Jonathan?
I probably shouldn't have started this off right away.
I think this is the part where I came to the big tree.
I almost felt like I was there. You won't get this kind of nauseating detail on commercial radio. VCPR
That was
is
not very
100%
nice.
Commercial free.
These need delivering now.
We need to tell them the important things like station, except you aren't allowed in the doors. That's an important metaphor for life.
Yes, how wonderful would it be to own an hour of
Is what
this
I should have done the
radio
last
station?
time.
We just got an enormous pledge from Farewell Ranch. That's great. Farewell Ranch is a great place to take your loved one. Just dial 866-9-BURY-ME. Remember, VCPR is commercial and interest-free. Donate your money now. Let's get back to pressing issues.
Thank you, guys. So, we're back on Pressing Issues. Just one of many fine shows you'll hear if you have the patience.
Well, that wasn't so bad.
Although thanks to the many awards we have won, Pressing Issues has extended playtime and is the #1 rated show in the Vice City area. I'm your very entertaining host, Maurice Chavez, a man climbing the broadcasting ladder at a rate of 6 knots. 6 years ago, I was at...
You again? Well, deliver these quick, pal.
You know where I could be in 10 years?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, and that's it.
Shut down the Pilgrim Discourse. Why? All very confusing if you ask me. And you did. And I asked myself, that is a perfect subject for a region-wide discussion show, which is very lucky because I happen to host one. To discuss the subject of morality,
Ooh, how lucky for him.
firebrand preacher, Pastor Richards, the
Oh,
head of the
yeah.
Pastor Richards Salvation Statue Organization, a group which plans to raise enough money to build a statue of Pastor Richards himself. We also have John Brown, leader of Moms Against Popular Culture, or MAPC, or is it MAPS? MAP Gay? I don't know. We're deep in acronym hell right now, or is it purgatory? And finally, we have Barry Stark, author of the book As Nature Intended. He's the editor of Vice City's Nature is Loose, and is working feverishly, it says here, to bring more nude recreation to Vice City. To protect the dignity of our other panelists, we place Mr. Barry Stark behind a divider. I'm naked
Protect their
back here.
dignity.
It's my right as a person. Yes. Let's start with the obvious, yes? Is it moral
This
to
goddamn
be
thing is so
naked?
slow. Oh, you asshole.
Well, I'm a mother, so I have to deal with this issue every day. My adorable kids have learned that it's wrong to be naked. When it's bath time, they know to put on a bathing costume. That's also the reason there are no mirrors in my house. Nudity leads to bad, naughty things.
Maurice, if I may interrupt, I haven't worn clothes since 1982. Clothes are seriously unnatural. Didn't you guys learn anything from the 60s? I had a revelation when I was on holiday in Germany. I'd always felt very constricted. Then it hit me like a
The
slippery
60s.
fish. Clothes are plain wrong. When you're born, you're not wearing any clothes. When you die, you're not wearing any clothes. I'm going to have...
Man, can you take these?
Yeah, a lot of people die with clothes
Piece of
on.
machinery falls on.
Grower, if to the zoo, animals are naked. If everyone were naked, there'd be no war. Everyone's complaining about crime and the theft of cars in the city. No one's ever stolen my car. No one's ever pickpocketed me. They've never even tried.
That's because you're a degenerate loony.
If the police were naked, it would set a great example to everyone. You can direct traffic and eat donuts entirely above.
Maurice, this kind of immoral behavior is exactly why I'm building the Pastor Richard Salvation
Yeah, nobody
Statue.
wants to see all the cops
Noah had
naked.
the Texans had the Alamo, and I am building a highly fortified structure in my image. Simple. This 50-story statue will be able to... Radiation. The day is coming and coming soon where the artificial suns will rain down to punish the degenerates of this city. But you can save yourself. The Pastor Richard Salvation Statue will be a completely self-sufficient community. We have canned food rations, private living quarters, and enough supplies to survive happily the predicted 40,000 years of nuclear winter. In phase 2 and the
40,000 years?
This massive statue with rockets. So when the poopy hits the proverbial fan, we will load up the statue.
There's 40,000 years of nuclear winter. We're going extinct.
Blast into space and colonize Saturn with a race of morally correct, affluent people ruled by me.
Will there be naked people?
No, turd brain. It's morally corrupt people like you we're shielding ourselves from. Liberals, degenerates, the Welsh. They're the ones
The Welsh? What's wrong with the Welsh?
City is today. The crime in the streets, the parties, the children.
Deliver the damn food, mister.
Does not agree with me is mentally sick and should be shot, I'm afraid to say. We need to build a place to escape these transgressions. Whew.
1, 2.
Well, yes, I am a mom. My kids are very special. Classes. Now, I teach my kids history to give them perspective. Last night I was telling them about how Magellan sailed around the Strait of Magellan and met some friendly natives that gave him supplies. Then he had to kill all of them. And that's an important lesson about life. If you look at nature, you'll see many species that eat their children to protect them. This is especially true of hamsters. It's about putting the family first. That's really important to me, and where a lot of my morality comes from. And if you don't like it, find your own husband and stay away from mine, okay?
Okay, there's a couple on the beach.
Excuse me if I sound a little confused here, but I don't think I understand.
Now, my morality comes from looking at history and biology and working out what's
Oh, that was
best
a hell
for
of a
my kids
catch.
and screw anyone else. That's what this country's all about. I mean, I saw the hippies. What a load of claptrap. What's your kid gonna do at a school with a name like Moonbeam or Wave
Oh, you bitch.
or Horseradish or whatever they call it? How can you take your kid to a Little League game when you live in a communal farm growing drugs? It's awful. And that's what my life is about. Looking down on others.
Yes, I think I can see that now. Moving on. Pastor Richards, in your book, you talk about putting yourself first and how people should not make sacrifices or help those in need. Do you want to elaborate?
Oh, that's right. People need to learn how to take care
Yeah,
of
don't help those in need.
themselves
That's
and not others.
quite Christian of him.
Chapter 45 of my book, I talk about how being selfish is a virtue. The best thing you can do for someone that needs help is to tell them to help themselves. That builds moral character. Morality, Maurice. There's not much left in this city. Every time
I know you didn't want to be a pizza. Well, I don't give a damn.
look at Russia. They keep trying to help each other out.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Interesting.
Yeah, soon, Barry. Keep your hair on and calm down, please, my friend. Divorce rates are up. Standardized test scores are down. Vampire sightings at the mall. Can the family be saved? Or, to put it another way...
Vampire sightings at the
we're meant to be
mall.
monogamous. Why wouldn't
I don't think
people
that ever
already
happens.
married? Jan, over to you.
Well, since I'm a happily married mother, I know the family unit is the basis of all society. Now, even when my husband husband is working late or away on an extended business trip to Hawaii with his secretary, I understand just how important the family unit is in life. He's working hard so I can get another station wagon with even more wood on it.
Go on. Tell me more about the family.
Well, I like to compare it to nature. After all, it is one planet, even if we do just want to maim and kill each other, especially me. Now, look at sharks and sandworms. Oh, and one of my hobbies, besides making babies and criticizing people, is biology. You learn so much from nature. People these days, they don't grow their own food. They can barely get out of their recliners and make it to the supermarket. Let me tell you, there is nothing super about that place. Kids these days don't know how to preserve and can their own food. No wonder all they want to do
Why
is play
would they know how to do
games or
that?
hang out with their friends. What is it, the Degeneratron? What a crock of shit.
Hey, watch your language. This is radio. We have regulations about that sort of thing.
But you let a naked man on.
Yeah, he's behind the screen. You can't see him. It's not that exciting. Imagine a flabby guy with a ponytail and a nasty rash. You get the picture.
2 more, and I think I have 2 pizzas.
Genetron,
Yep.
which I understand is a gauge machine. Then you swore.
I'm sorry, it makes me so mad. I mean, what I heard my son, Patrick the Third, I heard him using slang words in the house the other day. Rad and cool and stick it. I mean, I beat him to within an inch of his life, and he will never make that mistake again. Americans should be spoken properly.
What?
No, don't interrupt me. I've got children, you know. Please, this is really important. It's about the family. Look. Nobody knows how to cook anymore. Nobody knows how to kill anymore. Nobody knows how to
It's
kill
too bad the
anymore.
world's full of
My dad
Karens like
was
this
a very
bitch.
wise man. Before that tractor pull accident, my daddy taught me how to slaughter a pig. That's very useful information. Oh, sure, I was a little nervous at first, but he put me in a room with a fork and a fat sow and told me he'd be back in an hour for some fat back and hog gels. As a mother, I'm proud to say I throttled the life out of that little piggy. I did it for my family, and I'll do it again. Feeding the family is my job as a mother. Daddy earns money and goes abroad.
Oh no! Oh, that was some bullshit there.
Damn, I just leased this one. We're lobbying to build a naked casino in Vice City so old people can gamble naked and poor people can lose hope in the buff.
It is written, chapter 23, verse 5 of my book. He that gambles his money away
hell am I
is
at?
a fool, but he who believes in me will go to spend eternity in space with other affluent, well-to-do people. It's that simple. Do what I say and you won't have to think for yourself.
Oh, but I think it is, Pastor. We look around. Nudie clubs, discos, drinking. Do people want to be moral? Can you legislate morality?
Just look at Prohibition or the Cultural Revolution in China. We can learn a lot from history. Chairman Mao or Stalin, they purged their lands of degenerates and intellectuals, the scum of the earth.
Marina in Ocean
Look at the
Beach.
great societies they built. People want to be told how to act. And most people are idiots, and that's exactly who my teachings appeal to. This lawless, permissive society has no boundaries, and without boundaries, how do you know where the limits are? You have to know what's good and what's evil. You need someone to tell you so. Single moms have obese kids, it's a fact, while rich people have a lot of guilt, unnecessarily, in my opinion.
I agree. I don't think these people understand just how hard it is to potty train. You have to give a treat when Precious makes a poop.
Yeah, for some reason I really like going off-road.
But that's what's wrong with this country. All of this emphasis on being thin and healthy. When my children are hungry, I hand them a spear and send them out to the park to catch their own food. They're learning how to be self-sufficient. Yesterday, my youngest, Jono, killed the postman, but at least he was trying. So I hit him to hit Daddy next time he comes home late smelling of cheap perfume.
Okay. It's time to take a break before we hear about any more criminal acts against government employees. You're listening to Pressing Issues. Morality is the subject at hand. Let's explain exactly how free radio without commercial breaks works. We'll be right back.
You're listening to VCPR. Finally, a radio station for teachers and librarians. You've been enjoying pressing issues, but as is normal, you can't listen to an hour's worth of programming on this station without us begging for money. It's the bi-daily begathon
Almost
here
there.
on VCPR, where we hold your favorite shows hostage until you pony up some cash.
You know what's so great about VCPR? It's like a shining torch of cultural and
Seems like this car is slow.
In these times of darkness, when the hordes are so uneducated they can barely understand multisyllabic phrases like "clean my shoes better, Marissa," or "I'll report you to the IRS," or dialectical materialism. Isn't it pleasant to have a patronizing voice on the radio?
That's right, Michelle. With the way things are going under Reagan, at any moment the unwashed Huns from the Midwest could descend upon Vice City and enslave the poets and postal workers and force us to watch network programming.
That is a frightening thought. But like many things in life, you can throw money at something and feel better about yourself. VCPR is your public radio station, but you have to open your wallets.
That's right. If you pledge at the $1,000
Vice Point. Oh, that's a hell of a drive.
In the future, there will be robots at the Vice City Art Center.
People who see that show say it's difficult to put into English. That must mean it's spectacular.
Yes, but if you don't give money to VCPR, we could be thrown back to the Stone Age. Liberals will be set on fire in the streets. Give now. Let's return to pressing issues. Over to you, Maurice, in the studio. Useless, talentless,
I love those guys. Really professional and living proof that all of the best talent isn't on commercial networks. These people do it for love because they have integrity, just like me. We're back with pressing issues. I'm Maurice Chavez, winner of 5 public radio awards in the Vice City area, including Best Voice. On this show, we take complex issues and boil them down to...
Is this where... Yeah.
Ask questions. Why are we here?
This is where I think it is.
And is there a place
I'm like,
around
this is
here
awful
that
far away.
early man, as seen in the cave of Lascaux in France, questioned the morality of making a mammoth extinct. I think we all know what happened there. Is it society's job to tell each other how to live? Recently,
Watch where you're
the
going,
city
lady.
considered passing a public curfew that says nobody can be on the streets after 8:30 p.m. Of course, the bill didn't get passed, but it made people think. If you don't vote, you get morons in charge. Is that moral?
That happens even if you do vote.
Let's press the issue.
You got Dumb and Dumber to pick from, so you get a dumbass.
You know how much money I saved not having to wear trendy clothes? Read a history book. At the creation of the universe, the Big Bang, everyone was naked. Even you. Why do I have to stay behind this divider? Maurice, please.
Because nobody is interested in seeing your business. Because we have standards of decency which you are offending.
Look at me. I'm jumping up and down.
Oh my goodness. Get back behind the divider. Please, I'm married.
What's so wrong with me? Why do you hate me because
Washington
I'm happy?
Beach.
Jack,
Where's Washington
give me a
Beach?
hug. I won't hurt you. And by the sound of things, your husband is doing the same right now with his secretary.
I think it's the one up
He worked
here.
through it. He was stressed. It's hard keeping a family together these days.
Everyone, take your clothes off and feel what it's like to be free of bondage. Everyone out there in Vice City, take your clothes off. If this is the land of the free, let's start with our pads. Feel the wind from the air conditioning. Oh, a breeze is so liberating.
Thanks very much. Now, if you could get back behind that divider, Barry, please. Otherwise, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Thank you. Now sit down. On pressing issues, we think it is very important to respect one another, to treat each other like we would like to be treated.
I want a hug.
If you don't like the United States, son, why don't you move to Russia? I don't understand people in America today. They call this a Cold War, but it's hotter than hell. Mark my words, in a day now, you're sitting in school, passing notes and talking about the prom, when suddenly you look out the window and there are Russian paratroopers dropping in to take over. What can you do? Run into the woods with your friends? Call yourselves the Wolverines? Put twigs in your hand? Try to beat back the Ruskies? No, you hightail it
The
past
beach
Greek
and
Salvation
Ocean
Statue and
Beach.
blast off into space. But there is a limited amount of space. That's why I suggest anyone who wants the safety and security of your own bunker, give now. Call 866-9-SAVE-ME. We'll get you on the payment plan, and if you're paid in full
Beep,
on
beep.
D-Day, you and your family will be safe. If not, you may have to choose to save yourself and leave the others behind.
Hey, stop selling things on my show. You're not a valued sponsor who supports the art of public radio, buddy.
I, for one, welcome our new Russian masters. We can learn so much from other cultures. Did you know in India, the women protest by setting themselves on fire? I tell you, next time the kids are screaming for ice cream and pop, I may just douse myself in kerosene. I use that as a threat to my kids all the time, so it's no wonder they're so screwed up. That's one of the tough things about being a mom, not ruining their lives with guilt. As a matter of fact, I don't let my kids watch cartoons or slasher flicks.
Really?
That Knife After Dark movie may be #1 in the box office, but my kids certainly ain't gonna see it. If you don't raise your kids right, they end up being like Nude Boy over there or working in radio. I want them to get proper jobs, like being a doctor, not a patient.
That is offensive. My mother understood I was special. She made me wear a bonnet as a child, and when I demanded to go to school naked, she was fine with it. After social services...
Yeah, I don't think you can go to school naked.
I still remember when she kissed me goodbye.
But Barry, earlier you said you discovered naturism, taking your clothes off, whatever it is in German.
I know, but I lie a lot. I've got a lot of personal issues. Look at me. Please, Maurice, I need a hug.
There's another example of immorality in this city. Public showing of affection. People think we want to see them making out and carrying on.
Okay, I'm close to where I want to go.
Rage like a wild animal, and you want to ravage one another like there's no tomorrow. But you have to ignore what your body is telling you and work for a higher calling, like construction. We're building a statue, and we need your help. Call me now.
You know, pretty soon you won't be able to tell who's a human and who's an android. Why, the corporation is working on it right now. I know, I read about it. I tell my kids not to kiss other kids at school. It might be an android, suck your brains out. You must have seen the miniseries event on television. I read it in a book. We've got to stop looking at the stars, all this science fiction, and focus on the family. Now, if you really want to dance like you're on the moon, go there and leave us in peace. And that's a fact.
What's a fact?
I'm sorry, Maurice, but I have to tell you, I moved to Florida to bring my kids up the American way in a theme park. And that's just the kind of person I am. Opinionated and moronic.
I see. Well, this panel is certainly interesting. The issue is morality. Recently, rock artists joined together to provide famine aid to Alaska with the song, Do They Know It's the 4th of July? Critics complain it's immoral to meddle in the affairs of other peoples and cultures. Pastor Richards, what do you make of meddling in other
Oh, I think I lost him already.
like an over-opinionated sociopath?
Well, let me say that money could have gone to much better things, like reserving a place by my side in the Pastor Richard Salvation statue. But I digress and plug.
Stop doing
Don't
that.
interrupt me, boy. Anywho, I address the Alaska issue in chapter 23 of my book. You see, the Alaskans are lunatics, plain and simple. They eat whales.
Where the hell am I going? Oh, there we are.
Used to live there, let them. But don't come crying when you're tired of eating penguin and it snows 18 feet a day.
Yes, but don't you think it's
I
important?
think it's very important to listen to me, young man. That's what makes the state of Florida great. Rather than help improve where they are, people nationwide abandon their hometowns, come down...
Okay, let's see, how do I get there? Oh, wow.
Mars, Alabama. I had founded 3 colleges there.
The problem with Alaska is that people don't get naked. If you can't work on your car, or play the cello, or use sharp knives in your birthday suit, then what's the point of living?
Well, it is a bit cold there. People put on clothes when it's cold. We evolved without a warm covering of hair.
That's a lie, sir. We come from the great meteor of truth.
Clothes are a habit, like shaving and taking out the trash. As soon as you stop, you realize what a prisoner you were to society in a twisted state of morality. People
Yeah,
think that
prisoner
we
to
just are
clothes.
immoral. Well, we're not. I'm married. I love my wife. In our commune, it's so wonderful to wake up in a big bed and go to breakfast clothed in nothing but a smile.
What kind of people are there in your weirdo commune?
Single people, families, elderly couples, teachers, politicians, and especially truck drivers. Truck drivers understand what it's like to be by yourself for days on end, with nothing but country music on the radio and stick in your hand, shifting gears, over.
Oh, I still gotta buy this place.
Truckers realize there's nothing to be ashamed of on the open road. Get naked and beat it on down the line. I've never seen a sense of community and morale at the nudist colony. We share everything: the cooking, cleaning, wives. A shared sense of what it's like to be a complete social outcast.
Wait right there, Barry. I'm getting something through the cats. Headphone tags. Yes? Yeah, okay. We just want to tell you a little more about public radio funding. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, I'm sure you're enjoying our high-quality programming. I'm Michelle Montanius. Jonathan, I think it's time to acknowledge the people who are sending money
getting
in to
pretty
shut us
close.
up and end this dreadful begathon.
Here's a $10 pledge from
Of
Fran.
course. Take that.
You think she could have given more than that?
Yes, mean bitch. I hope she dies an agonizing death.
Absolutely, Michelle. And remember, if you want us to wish you well, dig deep and dig soon.
That's right. At any moment, conservatives could vote to end our funding and place a fast food restaurant where our studios are. See, there are some people that think everything has to make money. It doesn't. That's why you should give now.
Correct. Next week is Environmental Week, sponsored by Maibatsu and the Vice City Power Corporation. And next month, we're celebrating Proust's influence on Vice City in association with the Degenitron. But for now, let's return to pressing issues. Remember, VCPR is an advertising-free zone.
The guy ran into me.
Or Times Square.
Welcome
Fuck my
back.
car all
The
up.
show is Pressing Issues. The subject is morality. I'm Maurice Chavez. Let's carry on pressing the issue. Now, when the Europeans were done ruining their continent with bland food and soccer riots and arrived in the Americas in the late 15th century, the subject soon turned to morality. You see, Europeans wanted to colonize America, so they had somebody to make fun of. The Pilgrims left England for the religious freedom in Holland, where they visited coffee shops, and after they packed up their ships with plenty of coffee, tea, and cakes to liven up the trip, they set sail for the New World, which they heard had a magnificent roller coaster. Once they got here, they were very hungry, having been on a ship for 65 days. So they ate for 3 days straight. Thanksgiving quickly became an annual custom. America was founded by people who wanted a place where they could tell other people how to live. And I'm a history major. But do we have the right? The question, is it moral to celebrate Thanksgiving, a holiday that is clearly about gluttony, annoying relatives, and awful casserole?
I saw to fix my car up,
I
son.
love a casserole. And at my weekly meeting, my congregation has a potluck. You see, a casserole is a lot like life, Maurice, and that's the basis of my philosophy. If you put a bunch of leftovers from the fridge in a pan and bake it, somebody will probably eat it. It's like my book. You believe in your favorite sports team, then they get massacred. You believe in gravity, then it turns upside down on you. You love your favorite TV show, then the network ends it with a lousy finale. But you can believe in me, and if you believe in something, support it. It's one thing to love something, but if you don't shower it with money, then just don't talk to me. Communism, don't make me puke my guts out, please.
Well, I myself love casseroles on Thanksgiving. And the way to teach your children the rich history of America is
put
through
that
theme
goddamn tree in the
parks.
way.
I just love Pilgrim World, especially the part where you get to slaughter your own buffalo and take home the meat, or give the locals the flu while buying their land off them for pittance. That's what children need.
What is?
Wholesome activities that benefit the family. But what good is it if a kid plays Degeneratron for 5 hours? Oh, sure, he's killing space aliens, thank you very much, but it ain't putting food on the table.
Alright,
And
the
he's
beach.
learning
This shouldn't be too hard.
When my family go out to dinner, we're starting from scratch. Even if Daddy is working late again, we build our own spears, smear ourselves in dung, and then wait in a swamp for something to come by.
In the suburbs? I bet your neighbors love you. How long do you wait? Don't you get arrested?
Hey, mister, I'm married.
Yeah, she should be arrested.
I've got children, for Pete's sake. Stop eyeing me up.
I wasn't.
You were. I can see you undressing me with your eyes. Well, I tell you, I was a cheerleader and nearly a prom queen. And I could have married anyone, but I chose John. I chose him because he had a kind face and a rich dad. I didn't know he was going to cheat on me or embarrass me. I didn't know. But I won't be made a fool of. I've got the children.
Okay, Jan, it's okay. Men are idiots. Ask my ex-wife. Don't worry. Stay calm. I'm not eyeing you up, but I am a little worried about you. How are the children? Do they enjoy school?
Of course they do. That's precisely why I'm going to start homeschooling my children. High school is a cult. There's a group of savages that rule the roost and get all the girls, and everyone else is picked on and abused. It happened to me, and look at me. I'm a deranged mess, and my husband cheats on me. I don't want my kids to go to a public high school. Instead, we have a prom each year in my living room.
And that leads to my next question.
Here we go, now I'm moving pretty fast.
Naked.
A liar and wasting everybody's time. The organs below the belt are for reproduction and removing of bodily waste. There's no reason that when I go to buy a soda or a transmission,
Yeah, for that dude it is.
by your privates dangling about.
Or at least the second
Now, when I
part.
go to the store to buy an air conditioning filter, I'd rather not have to look at your moneymaker, amigo. I'm glad you are proud of it. But when people of Vice City are in a Quickie Mart, they should be able to have a simple financial transaction without seeing your fire hose.
Fire horse.
Sorry, Maurice.
That's okay. Just try to behave. I think the sun must have got to you or something.
Yes, maybe that's it.
Maurice, if I may, you have a fine show here, and I'm glad to be on it. But everyone within the sound of my voice and smell will die in the fires of doom. It is written. TV is trash. Radio is trash. Our newspapers are run by...
Wow.
World Championship standing courses and selective admission. Heathens will ruin the land. Acid will rain from the skies. We'll never hear my voice again. It will be anarchy.
TV teaches immorality. Refugees, glue, the price of tea.
I can't remember where I'm going now.
Children in this environment. My
Nope, wrong way.
a nudist or a freak or something.
Whatever that is, I think it's over by the lawyer's office.
Very difficult question. Is it right to lie?
Clothes are a lie, Maurice.
No, Barry. Clothes are a way of keeping warm and not getting arrested.
No policeman has ever hit me with his trunks.
I'd like to hit you back to hell,
Whoops.
you sicko. You're filth.
You should have got out of the way.
Vermin, applied on a fine society, picket fences and garden parties, and everyone coming 3 times a day to my statue to pay homage.
Pastor Richards, as a human being, I have to say I find your philosophy or cult or whatever it is utterly and completely appalling.
Well, thank you. I knew you'd understand.
I mean, you seem to want to build a religion around yourself and some 1950s vision of America. It's the 1980s, man. And one man worship me.
Oh, the
are not
80s.
allowed, my friend.
I remember the
Exactly,
80s.
as I say in the great book, many a call, but unless you have a good credit rating, go screw yourself. You're burned in hell.
Ay, por favor, shut up. But Barry, what are you doing?
I'm lonely, Maurice. Lonely, and I need some bodily contact.
Get behind. Get back behind that panel.
Don't be shy. Please. We've all got one. That means I'm happy.
Hey, stay away from me. I'm a celebrity.
Oh, good Lord.
Hide yourself, boy. I warn you, I'm armed and I'm not afraid to use it.
Oop, almost
We've
ran her
all
over.
got one. Look how free I am. Fan feels so good. I feel you.
Hey, Pastor Richards, please, put the gun away. Put it away.
No, I am the sole judge of truth and decency. Get back, heathen. Get back.
I love you all.
I took a shortcut.
Evildoer. Die, devil. Die.
Ow! Dios mío, you shot him. There's blood and pubic hair all over the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, it is...
Where am I going? Oh, right there.
Stop the bleeding. It's down there.
Do I have to? Can't you get someone else? Ay, Dios mío, she's fainted.
No. Hold it. Harder. Oh, that's so good. I need mouth to mouth. Maurice, please. I might die.
Okay. Excuse me, I'm only doing this to save your life. I don't want to.
Thanks. I'm getting cold. Quickly. It's okay to use tongues.
Get off of me!
Did he say it's okay to use tongues?
Send him to hell, Maurice.
Yes. I mean, no. No, you psychotic lunatic. Put that gun away. Don't point it at me.
Boy, your words, son. You think I'm scared of your conventional lily-livered morality? You think you can tell me what to do? You think it's wrong for me to have 5 concubines to spread my genes or to use money from the statue for building my own palace in Hawaii? You think that's wrong, do you, son? Do you?
No, Mr. Pastor. It's all right. I think it's very right.
Whoops.
Very right indeed. You're the boss. You're in charge. You're the king.
Damn right I am. Now I'll tell you about morality. Morality is what I say is right, and immorality is what I say is wrong. You gotta understand this.
I do.
Oh, I'm bleeding. I need a proctologist.
Shut it. Now, next question. Ask me anything.
Hardware store in Washington
Yeah, well, I'd
Beach.
love to, but it seems that
I have
that
an
is about all
idea.
we have time
Not
for
a good
actually.
idea, but an
Thing is,
idea.
you see, this is public radio, and every once in a while we need to appeal for money or cut away when people start brandishing guns in the studio, like this. You're on Pressing Issues, and in this show we discussed morality. I think we made a lot of progress and really came together. I'm Maurice Chavez. Bye. Please don't kill me.
I hope you were enjoying Pressing Issues. I certainly was.
Yes, it's almost as interesting as listening to you, Jonathan.
Wow, thanks, Michelle. It is, isn't it? Before we let you get back to the show, I thought you'd like to know VCPR has managed to raise $30 this hour, which should keep us on the air for another 15 minutes at least.
Thankfully, due to the generosity of the people at DeLeo and Furax, the fascinating show Legal Review will still run. But now, back to the pressing issues.
Actually, before we get back to the show, I'd like to say something. I know that public radio may not seem very important in an era of poverty and famine and immense personal greed, but I can assure you it is. And not just because I say so. Look at the facts. 15 of the last 37 American presidents and 47 vice presidents have appeared on VCPR in the last month. 33% of all Nobel Prize winners started out in public radio. Without public radio, we would never have discovered gravity, or the pizza, or the fact that a lot of people love to hear themselves rattle. Anyway,
North
starting
Point
over,
Mall
I
in
hope you folks
Vice
at home
Point.
understand how passionate we are about public radio, and it has nothing to do with the fact I got kicked off the networks.
That was very moving, Jonathan. Back to pressing issues. Where is the creep? Put him on!
Hello. As you may know, you're on VCPR, and this is Maurice Chavez. That is, I am Maurice Chavez. That's Chavez, not Chaves or Chavis. This isn't a game show. Sorry about the upbeat opening. This isn't a game show. It's a political and social debate on free radio, without adults. And I'm still Maurice Chavez. Hi. Next up on Pressing Issues, we tackle one of the most important issues in our country today. The issue of perception.
Got him.
Not credit card fraud. That's deception. But we're talking about perception. How we perceive the world. These are optimistic times we're living. A time of go-getters and doers. Our hero is the entrepreneur, the shaker and the maker. Positive thinking, we are told, is everything. Think it, and we can do it.
Let's see, almost there.
Now, personally, some days I wake up and I look out the window and I think it's great to be alive. Other days, like payday or my ex-wife's birthday, I want to hide under the pillows and cry. But that's me, a man of contradictions, as my therapist said. He was a junkie. But whatever. I'm Maurice Chavez, and on our panel right now, we've got three very contrasting views about the issue of positive thinking. On my right, I have Gothic artist, vampire hunter, and, his words, man of the night, Konstantinos Smith. Konstantinos, hello.
Greetings, Mortal. I hope this is good. I'm missing a seance to be here.
You don't sound excited to be here.
No, man. I'm mind-numbingly depressed. It's great.
Okay, I'm going to have to interrupt you there. And on the left, I have positive thinker extraordinaire, a man who dragged himself up from the gutter, Jeremy Robach.
Yeah, the secret to this is the beach, like I mentioned on the last stream. Oh shit.
I'm a survivor, not vermin. I'm from the streets.
Okay.
Hey, I can teach you how to be a survivor too. All of you. I can help everyone. I've got what they call a gift of communication. I can help you all realize that gift. Make something of yourself. Realize your dream. Unlike a high school counselor, I'll show you your potential. It's easy. All you have to do is follow my simple program on audio.
Oh, come on, faster, faster.
Okay, not right now. This isn't a commercial. And if you're not going to underwrite the station, I can't let you read these blatant plugs. People pay for that.
Hey, everything in life is an opportunity. When I was in jail, I got the idea for my current business. And look at me now. I got offices in Vice City, Bogota, Lebanese, and Jamaica. If
Lebanese?
I can help you make something of yourself. You could be just like me, a success.
It'd be Lebanon, but why the fuck would you want an office in Lebanon?
You are called upon again.
It's a three-stage process. Learn, start, doing.
And shut up! I'm warning you, this is my show. You shut your mouth. Shut it now and keep it shut. Do not push me, you shiny suited prick. Do not push me.
Hey, you have to dress to impress.
I cover that in my program. People make judgments on who you are based on your appearance. Scientists say we form 98% of our opinions on a person in the first half second we meet them. Hey, and if scientists say it, it must be true. I teach you how to live that.
Enough! This is pressing issues. Enough now, okay? Enough, please, no more. Okay, my last panelist is someone without a plan to sell, without a program, but with a beautiful message. So it says here, Vice City Civilian of the Year for 1985, Jenny Louise Crap.
Hi, Maurice. This
Crap.
is such a lovely studio.
Thanks. How are you doing?
Great, great. In fact, I'm fantastic. Did you see the sunrise this morning? It was gorgeous. I've been smiling all day ever since.
Okay, now let's get with the policy of ladies first. And since you seem to be...
Alright, where are we going? There.
Really? Why?
Well, life's great, isn't it? I mean, good things come my way because I hold each one close because I deserve it.
I bet you wouldn't be so cheery if you had the Black Plague. Jenny's living in a fictional world. Goths like me, we see the world with dark songs, black music, and very tight black jeans.
Like, everything is great. Well, like everything.
Constantinos, you're shaking your head.
I know, Maurice. I am.
Any particular reason?
Yeah.
What then?
There's only one thing good about
And what's that?
death.
Death?
Yeah.
Let's see, what road is Ammunition on?
Places like New Orleans. I love New Orleans. It's really hot and depressing.
Oh, death is good.
Is it?
Yeah.
What? If you're
I
going
think it's
to
actually
inherit a
this
lot of
road.
luggage?
No, it's not.
No, I mean, yes, but also if you can be positive and upbeat about things. I mean, like my parents were brutally murdered a few years ago. Yeah. And I was really bothered, but I kept smiling and I got a lot out of it. I'm a much better person today having dealt with that. They were killed so I could have a great personal experience, and I see that now.
Lucky bastards. I wish someone would kill me. Then I could hang out in a graveyard all the time instead of just on weekends.
I know I'm really lucky to have the opportunity to learn about life. You can't control everything in life. You start a day with a smile, and you'll end a day with one.
What do you start a day with, Constantinos?
Usually with a pint of blood, it does. Then I light some candles and cry.
Okay, moving on before we're all sick.
No, Maurice, I do, because I won't be constrained by you. Life is cheap, man, and then you die. If you prepare for the afterlife now, you will be able to summon spirit. That's the truth of the pentagram, man.
How profound. You've obviously got a lot of important things to tell the world.
The world is a lie, man. Only darkness is truth. I am very much like Vlad Dracul, born in Sixior, 1431.
You're scaring me. I wish you would smile and be happy.
Okay, right. This isn't going that well. Look,
Hey, can I say something?
No, I'm still pissed off with you, you shoulder pad wearing shyster.
Hey!
Police station and Vice
Before I
Point.
bust your ball. No confrontation. As they say in the movies, I'm a man of peace. I'm done killing. Work with me.
What are you? A broken nose? Some speed in your eye? You're pushing me, man. I'm Maurice Chavez.
I know who you are. You used to be a clown. I saw you at a bar mitzvah once. You had a great act. What, did you get tired of kids kicking you in the shin? Still, you were a first-class talent.
I was?
Yes, great. But you lacked something.
I did?
Yeah, confidence, friend, confidence. You were all shot up with nerves.
I'd like to be all shot up with embalming fluid.
That can be arranged. We're talking about me, not Mr. Constantino Smith.
Yes, confidence. It's where it all begins. Positive thinking. What are we talking about today?
Where the hell am I going anyway?
Yes, you're right. Positive thinking.
Oh, the police station.
Exactly, friend. We're talking about you, Maurice Chavez. You couldn't cut it as a clown, but you're great, and I mean great as a public radio host. It takes a lot of work to be uppity and self-important all the time. Every cab I go in, the guys love you.
Thanks.
Hey, don't thank me, thank yourself. You've learned something, then you started something, and now you're doing it. That's what it's all about. It is? Yes, you thought your way to success. It's a 3-step program based on studying successful people. Like me. Or maybe learning start doing is a little too intense for you. Maybe you
What the
should
hell?
just think
There should be
hold
somebody
that
around
thought.
here pretty soon.
I never had anyone complain about that program.
Stop that.
Hey, I engage with you, friend, and you're exchanging with
Oh,
me.
shit.
I cover this in my second take. One is a positive action that's practiced by successful people like salesmen or prostitutes, and the other
is a negative action that's practiced by failures like winos and judges. What? Stop interrupting me. You gotta open your ears and close your mouth. It's very important. I tell my old lady that all the time. I say, hey, I don't want to hear no complaining. I come home with piles of cash every night and all you do is bitch. The learning starts in here and ends when we open this. Doing is a whole other story, but we'll come to that. Now, all you have to do is call me right away at 866-434-SELF, and for just one monthly payment, I will change your life forever. I promise you. I'll
The
supply
hardware
you
store
with
in
all the
Washington
materials you need to
Beach.
completely change the way you see the world. Guaranteed.
Stop
Should
right
take
now.
me too long to get there.
Program, not an infomercial.
Hey, that's a great idea. Listen, friend, I mean this in a friendly way. Debating is a yes or no proposition. You need to open your mind to the maybes. We're discussing like friends, not debating like enemies. See the difference?
Yes, I do. I think it's so much fun to be on the radio. I'd listen more, but someone stole my radio when they killed my foster family.
I hate everyone. apart
Man,
from
this
the
chick's
Americans.
nuts.
They're the only ones you can really get along with.
Well, that's a start. But even you, Mr. Long Hair and Pale Skin, I can change your outlook, guaranteed.
That's so great. Like puppies.
I saw some dead puppies once.
Mosquitoes, I've noticed you have a lot of negative thinking. Why the goth lifestyle?
Well, some say life is a tea party for zombies. Also, when you only wear black, everything matches. In fact, I'll keep wearing black until something darker comes along. It's a known fact that the best poetry is written when you're horribly depressed.
Hey, listen, I wrote a haiku. Oh, the red daisy. Flowers retain all happiness. Sunshine. Yay! Sunshine.
You sound like you'd enjoy my program Motivate, Demonstrate, then Motivate
I don't think
again.
this is too far from
Nobody
here.
ever complained about that program. You hug people and you laugh like you never laughed before.
Let's get back to the topic at hand, eh? I've had enough of this weirdness. Jenny, let's start. How do you maintain such a positive outlook? It says in your bio that some awful things have happened to you.
I don't think anything awful has happened to me.
But it says your parents were brutally murdered.
Mommy? Where's Mommy? She's just
Let's see,
fine.
it's just up the road. Here we are.
You're like my bad doll, Mr. Livingston. He's a bad doll. Bad doll. Not like my other dolls. My mom's great, though. Thanks for asking.
Okay, wow. You're psychotic and dosed up to the eyeballs on tranquilizers.
If it's psychotic to be happy, then I guess I am.
A stalagmite grows an inch every 1,000 years. That's slow and painful. That's how I want to live my life. If you can't see the misery, stay out of the kitchen. You may have noticed this artifact here. It's Egyptian. It represents the breath of life given in the afterworld.
Okay, where is it? Oh, it's all the way down there.
Like, the bitch is crazy. Hey, can you put a hex on my ex-wife? Like some kind of spooky voodoo or something?
I do dabble in the dark arts and magic.
I ain't talking about magic like pulling a rabbit out of your ass or pulling quarters out of your ears. I'm talking voodoo. You know, dance around with a chicken voodoo. That
Dancing around with the
grass.
chicken
Why
voodoo.
does everyone assume that just because we're goths, we're weird?
I don't know. The hood, cane, black fingernail polish may have something to do with it. When's the last time you seen the sun?
It's been over 18 years since I was out in open sunlight. I only leave the house if it's raining or if I need milk.
Exactly. Listen, I was just like you at one time, except I didn't wear makeup. That would get you a firm beating where I grew up. I'm happy to give you a sample of my course, Learning Start Doing. I promise you'll run out and buy some colored clothing and listen to some music other than people groaning on and on for half an hour about how much it rains in Manchester. Life is what you make of. Look at me. I got a condo,
I think it rains a lot in Manchester, but I don't know for sure.
Listen, you're really bringing me down, which is hard to do. I've been to the other side many times. Sometimes I barely come back. It's all about astral projection. Like right now, I'm projecting myself into the women's bathroom at the fairground.
Hey, that's a good trick. Maybe you and I should go into business together.
Oh, hey, look, I've had enough of this love fest. You're a motivational gunman. And you are a maniacally depressed loony with anemia. You guys should hate each other.
Did you say love fist? Those guys are so super. Listen, I just wrote another poem. If I had a flower for every time I think of you, I'd walk forever in a garden.
And I just wrote a poem too. Shut up, you weird, pathetic people. This is my show, Maurice Chavez. Capiche? Comprende? We're not here to recite poetry or sell motivation tapes or talk to dead people. We're here to press the issue. Anyway, let's take a break. We'll be right back after this important information from Vice City Public Radio.
That's pressing issues here on VCPR, Vice City Public Radio. If you haven't given money to VCPR and you're listening to the station, you are a thief.
That's right, Michelle. You might as well throw a brick through the window and loot the place.
Oh, 20 in a row.
This is public radio, serving the public with everything that is important, like me. So come on, keep us on air. It's really important.
Send us your money. I'm going to say this over and over until you do.
Yes, Michelle is known for her megathon tantrums. She cares about this station, unlike you. Think of how much money you spend on drive-through fast food and commemorative plates. Take that money right now and send it direct to me, Jonathan Freeloader, Starfish Island, Vice City. Now, back to the show with Maurice Chavez, the asshole.
You're correct. He is an asshole.
I'm Maurice Chavez. Welcome back. I used to be a performance pilot. Now I'm running a debate show.
Oh, come on, faster, faster. This thing's way too slow.
That's the question, you see. If we look upon life as a positive experience, do we make it any better? That's what we're discussing right now here on Pressing Issues. Free radio with free ideas. Just keep those donations pouring in. Don't sell out to corporations.
Ah, finally a little bit faster.
Really, we do. And today, right now, we're giving a voice to three very different people discussing positive thinking. A healthy mental attitude. We've got a goth depressive, we've got a very happy orphan, and we've got a motivational speaker with a number of sisters. So let's start with you, Constantine, you strange, creepy creature of darkness. Have you got a positive mental attitude?
I like to think so.
Oh, really?
Misery and suffering, it's everywhere. And I actively want a fatal disease. What bad can possibly happen to me?
You couldn't win the lottery.
The lottery, that's for people with hope. I don't have to.
You could. Damn, you two, help me here.
I think he's great. I think he's really sweet. I love your hair. It reminds me of a big shaggy dog with long, greasy, straight hair.
You know, Chavez, this weird goth guy, he's got a point. I mean, in many ways, what he's talking about is covered in my three-step program, Tape 17. Motivate, demonstrate, then motivate again, Part 9. Facing home truths. You see, we all have to face up to a few home truths. I'll never be prom queen. Jenny will never have her parents. You'll never make it in the entertainment business. It's about realistic
That guy wants to be prom queen?
Just a second, Robot. What isn't covered in your three-step program? What don't you talk about in your Library of Congress-sized tape cassette library? Whatever we talk about, we go.
Where am I going? Yeah, pole position club, I think.
Your breath stinks of whiskey. You look like you sell drugs to people. You're a joke, buddy, a bad joke.
Oh, now this is getting personal. I come on your cheap-ass show, I spare my valuable time, I canceled several important speaking engagements, I talk to thousands of VIPs in order to spread a message of hope. And this is how I get treated. I get insulted by a man with dandruff, I get slandered by a guy who couldn't amuse a birthday party of 9-year-olds, I get attacked by a guy who works on a volunteer radio.
This is not volunteer radio. I earn a salary.
How much? How much do you earn, Chavez? Big man, tough guy with a microphone and a cheap jacket, and a look that says my highest hope in life is to work in a bookstore. I'm a go-getter. You're a cheapskate.
You're a fraud with nothing to tell people, and no way of helping people.
Excellent. I'm really loving this. I hope one of them gets killed.
Shut up, Norm.
All the bunnies are stabbing each other.
Shut up. I have a condo, I have a hot tub, I vacation in Aruba.
Vacation is not a verb, moron.
Yes, it is, because I'm a VIP. I'm very important. And I'm a teacher, a wise man, not an opinionated dolt, a naysayer sitting on the side of life criticizing others while all he can do is get a crappy gig down at a moron station. A man who lives with his mother.
I'm between apartments.
And I'm between mansions, Buster, from helping people. Do you know how good it feels to be me? Do you have any idea at all how great it feels to wake up and realize you're a rich and talented, important person and in a waterbed with mirrors on the ceiling and more girls than you can imagine? Every time I step outside the door, I can choose which car to drive. If I choose to drive, I have 5 chauffeurs.
Wait, I want to make sure I'm going to the right one. Yep, it's that one.
Not there.
Look, I hate to burst your bubble here, but I know you live in a very small apartment overlooking the gas works. You ain't a big shot. You ain't even a medium shot. You're an asshole. A creepy jailbird who doesn't know the
I have a message. I can save lives. I'm a savior, my friend. I have a gift of communication, and this is how I get treated. I get insulted, I get paired.
And after I do, or after I finish these missions or get sick of doing them, whichever comes first, I'm gonna go do some rampages. I'll pull some fuckers up.
Very strong today. Maybe I took too much accidentally. Oh well.
This chick is out of her mind. I thought I was going to get to help people on the radio, to demonstrate my program, to help people.
Leave right now. Get out of my studio. Go get your own radio show. Go save some other people.
Hey, I'm not leaving till I have the opportunity to save people and sell some things. You can go right now and send in the money order. Soon you can have a luxury condo and a waterbed and a suit made in Singapore based on the latest Italian style.
Enough! Enough now! Shut up!
Hey, Vampire Boy, I'll give you $20 if you can put a hex on Chavez.
Dark forces, I summon you to me. Banish these weaklings and mental inferior ones from my presence.
Shut up!
No, you little snotty-nosed prick.
What?
Your shoes got lifts, Buster, I can tell.
Hey, lift this hairspray! Oh, my nose!
Daddy, stop bleeding.
This costs a lot of money. I'll sue you into jail, asshole.
Stop fighting, please.
Whoops.
Right. Can't we have a group hug?
Hit me, man. I like it.
Oh, my damn nose.
Oh, stop crying, baby boy. Who are you gonna tell? Where's your 3-step program now? You think I'm a little wimp now? You wanna be rude about pressing issues now, eh? You think you a tough guy from the gutter now, eh, my friend? You think you can screw with me? With
Oh, this is getting on my
Chavez?
nerves.
What you thinking, asshole?
I'm sorry. Please don't hit me again. I love your show.
Yeah. I think I understand this positive thinking. And that was pressing issues. I think we covered a lot of ground. We learned all about how to press the issue. And remember, if at first you don't get hurt, beat the guy very hard in the face with a paperweight. It just worked for me. Quality programs like pressing issues come on the air. Don't go away.
That was Pressing Issues, and this is Vice City Public Radio. We hope you're enjoying the show as much as you're about to enjoy listening to me and Jonathan Freeloader.
Hello, everybody.
Jonathan Freeloader, my favorite.
Heartbroken, Michelle.
Why, Jonathan, why?
Well, because it seems people just don't care anymore. I mean, where are people's priorities? We have campaigned tirelessly for public radio for literally months now, and the station is still in trouble. But a man with a hygiene problem puts on a pop concert, and suddenly everyone has money to hand over to starving kids they've never even met. I think it's a disgrace.
Yes, people are very shallow.
Like you?
Yeah, goddamn starving kids taking all that money.
Food. I have a good mind not to let them go back into Pressing Issues this time. You have to give us some money. It's a disaster. That's what it is. What's wrong with you people? Please, we're struggling to pay for our second homes here.
And I've only had 3 vacations this year.
You poor man. Let's get on with the show. Remember,
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have went this way.
please, we need your money. Urgently.
Thanks, guys. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pressing Issues on VCPR. That's Vice City Public Radio. Radio which gives the public exactly what they want. High-quality educational programming about serious topics, and the consistent reminder that the world is going to hell in a handbasket if you don't give us money. Remember, Vice City Public Radio is commercial-free because it is funded entirely by
Looks like I'm almost there.
and corporate sponsors. So if you're enjoying the show, why not make a contribution? I'm Maurice Chavez, and this is Pressing Issues. Pressing Issues is a roundtable discussion group in which we ask self-important people exactly what they think about things, and then they argue amongst themselves for it, before leaving with views more extreme than when they came in. Only joking, ladies and gentlemen. This is a show founded on the ancient Greek principle of enlightened debate and the American principle of free speech. Or is that the ancient Greek principle of feeding wise men hemlock, and the American principle of being annoyed and loud so nobody can get a word in? I forget. Only time will tell. Now, the subject we are discussing right now on Pressing Issues with me, Maurice Chavez, for your enlightenment and enjoyment is a very serious.
That was pretty
Go
cool.
live safe. In case you
Ran
haven't
into the
noticed,
top of his
Vice
police
City
car.
is not a very safe place. These are troubled times. We are a troubled people. Some would say we are a people at war with ourselves. Others would say we are at war with reality. Those who live in other countries and strive to own our fast food restaurants and quickie marts would say we are a bloodthirsty bunch of crazies who let children buy guns from the
Hey, after I hit 30, I'm gonna
Opinion
find something
is
different
that
to
it
do.
is the fault of society that
Getting
has
bored
made
of
us
this.
so. People don't mean to kill each other. It happens because they are poor or desperate or really thirsty or in need of a vacation or something. Another view is that we are all a little confused and really should stay at home, lock the doors, and forget about everything as quickly as possible. So, let's rest the issue, eh? Sitting on our panel right now, we have 3 divergent opinions. 3 separate islands
Police station
of
in
insanity
Washington
rolling
Beach.
sea of stupidity. 3 wise following very different stars. Am I right? To everyone's right. Man ever to be elected by Vice City, and now a respected man in the capital. Mr. Shrub got elected because he has great hair and says things that make you nod your head. His campaign appealed to the wealthy because he set all of us at ease by finally confirming it's okay to be rich as long as you say you care about the children. Mr. Shrub, welcome.
That's not entirely.
But what if you don't care about the
My
children?
campaign also appealed to the poor, who were too stupid to understand what I'm saying. So I held up pretty pictures and I gave out candy bars to appeal to their most base instincts. Thanks, Maurice, and I'm glad to be given this opportunity to set the record straight.
I haven't given you any opportunity yet, my heartless friend. Let me introduce my other guest first.
I hope this isn't going to get personal. I love Vice City more than anyone, and I can prove it.
Yes, that's coming from the man who got elected by calling his opponent a buffalo butt and a fat henpecked wimp that couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag. Anyway, our next guest is from the opposite end of the political spectrum. A man so wet, he looks like he just stepped out of the shower. Peace Corps activist, hippie concert taper, founder of the group Speaking for the
Hospital in Ocean
Beach.
Beach.
Languages and studied the harp in Peru, Callum Brayshaw.
Hi, Maurice. Hola. Buenos dias and noches. Bonjour and buongiorno. Welcome in. Hello. Hello. Hi.
Hey, let's stick to English. Most of us struggle enough with that. Welcome to Pressing Issues. And Leslie, we have a man with a novel solution to the problems of public safety in Vice City. A solution so stupid, I cannot bring myself to explain it for you.
One more.
Yet, like breakdancing, it is sadly catching on. A man who appears on this fine show because our previous know-it-all panelist was carjacked and is now at home arming himself to the teeth. I give you John F. Hickory.
Police station in Vice Point.
Indeed. So, before we get started, gentlemen, let me remind you of the rules of engagement. Here on Pressing Issues, the #1 rated show on public radio in the Vice City area and hosted by me, Maurice Chavez, Pressing Issues is about free speech, not feeding each other hemlock, literally or metaphorically.
Hey, my daddy used to grow that stuff in the backwoods of Missouri. I tell you what.
Yes, thank you. I expect you to listen to each other, and I will only step in where necessary so people on the air don't forget what my voice sounds like.
Oh, how could anybody do that?
I want a clean fight. Nothing below the belt or in the chops. And remember Maurice's motto, which a very wise man, my father, once told me. If you listen, one day you might be hurt, and when in doubt, use the smell test. That's so important, don't you? So, Congressman, let's start with you. Crime is up. People are scared to walk the streets. Nobody is taking public transportation. Police morale is at an all-time low. Everyone is killing and maiming and giving each other the finger, metaphorically speaking. Do you think the government...
I'm totally gonna have to take the nasty bus.
Selected you were, according to the intelligence gathered on you, a man with no mission. You worked as a clown at birthday parties, corporate functions, bar mitzvahs, and go-go bars. You, realizing that you were a hollow man that can only take on the personality of others, decided to become an actor. And despite going up for 17 auditions that year, you only got work as a fluffer in a sex ed video. Your tax returns show that you
A fluffer in a sex ed video?
$2,000. Suffering from anxiety, you attended group therapy for a year and considered getting a sex change. An idiot liberal felt sorry for you, and now you host your own radio show, write a newspaper column that lines my birdcage. You've got an ex-wife and attractive girlfriend, although she's married to your best friend, and you're on top of the world. So answer me this. Can you really say the years of living under my administration have been bad for you?
We are not talking about me. This is Pressing Issues, not Pressing Maurice.
Yes, excuse me if I may. Can we get to the part where we press the issue?
See, I got the thing from in there. Hope I ran a fucker over.
Liberals just want to open the floodgates, let anyone in and make you, the ordinary, hard-working men and women, pay.
All right.
I'm so freaking lost, it's not even funny.
The Cuba
Canada or somewhere.
Oh, Bob Crafty.
Jethro is using all 3 of his brain cells to talk.
Enough! We've just started and you have proved yourself, Mr. Shrub, to be just as they said. I grant you, 1980 was not a high point in my career, but I never applied for a...
Ooh, chainsaw.
...restricted comic act in the whole of Vice City. I tried to take it to the Catskills, but Mount Scary Large was full. Besides, we are not talking about me, we are talking about you.
Actually, if I remember correctly, you didn't win. Would be kicked out of Vice City. We were given canines and bicuspids for a reason. Packages of potato chips.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I always hated that bitch. What's funny about a woman not eating a hamburger? Or miming saving a chicken from the slaughterer's hands? Or her big act, I am a milk cow, a lactating machine for your breakfast cereal. How do you think a little kitty enjoyed that on his birthday? Not very much. There were tears, not laughter. I can assure you.
Sexy.
Stop bringing him back after I kill him, you asshole. Huh. Huh. I don't think I've ever used that one. Ugh. Oh. Damn it. Got you, you son of a bitch, you. My dog's crawling up on my lap. Damn. Alright, I think I got them all. Oh.
How you play it? Oye, comandante. Gracias, pero no thanks, man.
Protect 10, 19, South, 5 point. 10, 21, South, 5 point. Suspect on foot.
How old are you? I'm 23, but I feel much older and wiser. I know everything. I've seen a lot of the world.
What does the rest of the world have to tell us about?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of
build
pedophiles.
more trains, have people elect their leader rather than an elite electoral college, ride a bike to work like a Girl Scout, or a clown with dietary concerns? No thanks, Vladimir.
I'll agree with that. People from other countries are good for nothing. That's why we have to keep teaching them a lesson. I tell you what makes a real man. A truck full of stuff and a couch to think on.
I'll tell you. Speaking as a sensualist, and by that I mean a very narrow-minded, id-centered man of peace and travel, I recently went to Europe. I think everyone should see it for a week. You really see what's wrong with this country when you visit a European utopia. Things like a... Sure, it's money. For an environmentally friendly coal mine. We've all got to make some sacrifices if we're going to get anywhere. My dad gave me the money to set up an exciting trust there.
But how does that help the people in Vice City from worrying about whether they're gonna get robbed? What drives a man to just take?
What we need are more after-school sports like choir or drama so people can learn to express themselves properly by singing or pretending to be a tree. Have you ever heard a whale sing? It's a lonely form of beauty
What the hell?
ancient wisdom.
Here we are.
Helping people to help themselves with drama and choir and flowers and my dad's money.
Listen, trust fund Tommy, your ideas are pathetic. It's no wonder that mankind has woken up one day to find me in charge, amigo.
Mr. Shrub, you got elected on a campaign promising to reduce taxes to zero. But under your stewardship, we've seen taxes go up by 20% and services decline.
Nobody is interested in your statistics, Chavez. Let me tell you something, pal. I'm better than that. I will not, I shall not, I cannot stoop to your level. They assured me this was a show that understood politics, where we could debate things mano a mano. And I find myself having statistics hurled at me like so much stale confetti. We cannot boil people down to numbers. You have no idea, my friend, what it takes to serve, the sacrifices I've made to help my country, to help Vice City, the complexity of government, the hideousness of my wife.
Running out of there this time?
Take it easy.
Protect 10, 19, Central, Ocean Beach.
I'm Jonathan Freeloader, and you're listening to VCPR.
I'm a little fucked up, so I'm gonna go over to my hotel here.
A proud supporter of public radio and our community. We hope you're enjoying Pressing Issues and the way it challenges your view of society. Unfortunately, public radio in Vice City is under pressure.
Well, Steve Stives is an asshole. Yeah, Ben Shapiro's never right about anything. Man, that guy's a fucking moron. Anymore, pedophilia is just a term used by crazy people these days.
It's the pledge drive. Become a member. Only members or people with radios can listen to this radio station. Now back to
There are some people call everybody they disagree with a pedophile. Anything they don't like is pornography.
Look it up yourself. No, you
I'm
can't
about
go
fucking
to the
sick of
bathroom
all
and
of them.
Stop crying.
That's good advice. Now, back to pressing issues.
Welcome back to Pressing Issues with me, Maurice.
Alright, here's some money. Wow. Well, that was nice. I guess I'll see that lawyer. I didn't know anybody ever paid attention to Steve Shives anymore. I'm pretty sure he's got me blocked anyway.
Oh, for God's sake, it's you. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna need new pants. Hey, those psychos from up north, they've been on the horn, and they're coming down here soon. Now, where is the goddamn money?
Relax, relax. We're not at that part yet.
Oh, I thought that you were taking care of this. I really did. And now those Guidos say we gotta do them a favor.
You mean I gotta do them a favor?
Oh, of course that's what I mean. Do I look like I can intimidate a jury? I couldn't intimidate a child, and believe me, I've tried. Now look, it's either that or Forelli's cousin Giorgio gets 5 years for fraud. You gotta take
No, who
these
cares
guys
about Giorgio?
out.
I understand. Help the jury change their minds. Don't worry about it.
No! I tried that. The jury case didn't go so well. So make them change their minds.
Honestly, I wouldn't believe anything Ben Shapiro has to say about sex. Who the fuck would want to fuck that guy? I still remember that dude flipping out over that wet pussy. He goes, "You know, my wife says if you're around me and you got a wet ass pussy, there's something wrong." I'm like, yeah, I can't argue with her. Fucking that dude could dry up a pussy from a mile away. If anything, the fucker just drives me nuts. He talks so goddamn fast. I mean, for a guy that never has nothing to say, he sure says it fast.
I like it a lot. I get public radio. I can hear Chris Chavez. I own a small one-bedroom home. A business selling flowers to people stuck in traffic. 3 or 4 radios, all turned on to BCPR. A dog. 15 ice cubes. But I don't feel safe. I'm worried about gangs.
Gangs are a myth put out by the liberal elite to patronize
See, I think the West is
the working.
fairly fucked as it is. I mean, America's just a couple inches from tearing itself apart.
I can't believe this is happening. Giorgio sends his regards.
Suburbs, you scream out. Rather than urinate at the edge of your camp like a proud native, we spray paint our names on the walls of the mall to ward off predators.
And that's supposed to terrify people?
No. We believe passionately in non-violent solutions to life's problems. Gangs have to learn to love, to be inclusion. We award badges to good gangs and give bad gangs a silly hat to wear. It would give people something to feel about. Kill with kindness, not a guarding tool.
Yes, but what about the guy getting beaten?
That was pretty good.
Or the man having his motorcycle stolen? What about him?
Or her? Some of the best bikers are really women. Anyone can join our group. This is about poor people getting together.
But your father owns half of Florida. How are you part of the working class?
Like I said,
where's this
possessions
fucker?
are not important at all. I'll pick up a hitchhiker in my convertible any day. The other day I picked up a young woman in...
Smash up Juror's card, get him out. This isn't going to be hard.
Century and a half. We've got ignore it, and we've got give everyone a flower. You're all a little unrealistic, yes? Come on,
Who the hell am I at?
Maurice, not to say over-opinionated and moronic, Mr. Crenshaw, how do we stop people
guess I should go
running
see the
amok in
lawyer.
the city with machine guns and heavy artillery?
You've got to give a man a chance. Prisons are overflowing with wasted potential. Make the guilty men innocent once more. Free them from themselves.
How? How on earth do you do that?
Well,
That's not as bad as Trump was, though.
Great. That's a sensible plan.
then they wouldn't be guilty anymore.
We've been doing that for years.
I'm not a fan of Biden either.
We keep prison costs down. They ain't by magic or cooking the books.
Trump was such a fucking joke. They're always laughing at him everywhere.
Ain't got no suntan.
I can still remember all the world leaders were like standing in a little circle talking and giggling, and one of them just kind of looks around and says, "Fake news media?" And then they all start giggling again. I'm like, yeah, that's some embarrassing shit. And then we got this fucking old dude that shits himself. That's kind of embarrassing too. And it looks like we're gonna have the fucking a choice between two old diaper wearing rapists again. I don't want either one of them.
It goes without
around saying, Tommy, any progress? No. Tell me later.
I don't think anybody wants either one of them.
Carrington, I believe you met at the party?
Not in person.
Howdy.
Avery here.
What I don't get is how they keep giving us the worst choices, and we keep picking between those choices when there's more choices.
What a stooge.
Not true. Only 23 people have died, and several of them probably deserved it.
I don't know, it seems like for some reason these things just don't really want to go.
To act safely in society. And how are they policed by a demoralized and underfunded police force?
Well, I'm afraid...
I don't think I can go there like this. I have to go... Isn't it there?
And pretty soon people will forget all about it. I'll remind people that I have a great haircut, and that under my stewardship, Vice City has had on average 15% better... Now, turn it upside down.
I don't know. We'll see.
Have under me, Alex Shrub. Vote Shrub for president and you'll have a friendly face in the White House. A man you...
To the payphone next to the mall in Washington.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen most of them.
I'm Michelle Montanius.
And I'm Jonathan Freeloader. Public radio is very important.
Oh, I guess I'm gonna go see that Prick Cortez.
That was fascinating and very important for everyone, even the blind. Play a selection, Jonathan.
I think this is the part where I came to the big tree.
I almost felt like I was there. You won't get this kind of nauseating detail on commercial radio. VCPR is 100% commercial free. Absolutely nothing interrupts your enjoyment of our fine programming.
I wonder if I got this one.
Tackle the important things like
I'd be pissed if I did. I think that's, what is that, the last one? One where Iron Man dies at the end?
is the #1 rated show in the Vice City area. I'm your very entertaining host, Maurice Chavez, a man climbing the broadcasting ladder at a rate of
And I just watched one of those movies recently, and I can't remember which one it was.
Now, I'm a success.
Oh, Dead.
Think about it. Imagine where I could be in 10 years. I could achieve anything. Anyway, morality. What is it? Why
Yeah, I
do we
wasn't
need
too
it?
crazy
Our
about that one either.
ancestors, shortly after discovering fire, built tools to beat each other over the head and discover how to make meat to celebrate with afterwards. Then Columbus came over, shut down the Pilgrim Discos. Why? All very confusing if you ask me. And you did. And I asked myself, that is a perfect subject for a region-wide discussion show, which is very lucky because I happen to host one. To discuss the subject of morality, we have Firebrand Preach.
Alright, 23.
Nation Statue Organization, a group which plans to raise enough money to build a statue of Pastor Richards.
I still haven't seen that one. I'll have to check it out sometime.
Moms Against Popular Culture, or MAPC, or is it MAPS? MAP Gay? I don't know. We're deep in acronym hell right now, or is it purgatory? And finally, we have Barry Stark, author of the book As Nature Intended. He's the editor of Vice City's Naturist News, and he's working feverishly, it says here, to bring more nude recreation to Vice City, to protect the dignity of our other panel.
Alright, there should be... Here we are.
Yes, you can't stop me.
Well, I'm a mother, so I have to deal with this issue every day. My adorable kids have learned that it's wrong to be naked. When it's bath time, they know to put on a bathing
I head
costume.
over.
That's also the reason there are no mirrors in my
Head
house.
over to the
Nobody
lighthouse
leads
here.
to bad, naughty things.
Maurice, if I may interrupt, I haven't
Oh, he
worked clothes
does?
since 1982.
Well, I know that,
Clothes are
who was it?
seriously unnatural.
UFC
You
and
guys learn
WWE, or I think they
anything
bought
from the 60s?
WWE or
I had a
something.
revelation when I was in holiday in Germany. I'd always felt very constricted. Then it hit me like a slippery fish. Clothes are plain wrong. When you're born, you're not wearing any clothes. When you die, you're not wearing any clothes.
I'm going to have to interrupt you there. What if you die at work? What?
Huh. That's fine with me. He's getting pretty up there, though.
You just bumped into the wrong bitch.
Personal fashion, quite frankly. Have you been to the zoo? Animals are naked. If everyone were naked,
Yeah, I
there'd
keep
be
hearing
no
he's going to
war.
have a match with Roman Reigns.
Crime and a theft of cars in the city. No one's ever stolen my car. No one's ever pickpocketed me. They've never even tried.
That's because you're a degenerate loony.
If the police were naked, it would set a great example to everyone. You can direct traffic and donuts entirely above.
Maurice, this kind of immoral behavior is exactly why I'm building the Pastor Richard Salvation statue. Noah had an ark, Texans had the Alamo, and I am building a highly fortified structure in my image. Simple. This 50-story
No, it's not this
statue will
one.
be able to deflect alpha, gamma, and beta radiation. The day is coming and coming soon where the artificial suns will rain down to punish the degenerates of this city. But you can save yourself. The Pastor Richard Salvation statue will be a completely self-sufficient community. We have canned food
Yeah, kinda.
rations, private living quarters, and enough supplies to survive happily the predicted 40,000 years of... So when the poopy hits the proverbial fan, we will load up the statue with all of the people who have saved themselves through generous donations, blast into space, and colonize Saturn with a race of morally correct, affluent people ruled by me.
Whoops. Oh, here's the bike. Good, it's still in okay shape.
For the nightmare Vice City is today, the crime in the streets, the parties, the children born out of wedlock to a future of hopelessness. Anyone who does not agree with me is mentally sick and should be shot, I'm afraid to say. We need to build a place to escape these transgressions.
Whew. That's extreme stuff, Master. But we'll leave amateur eugenics for a minute and ask our other panelists. Jan, you're a mom, so you know everything. What is your thought on all this? And do you think Pastor Richard stole his ideas from a movie or book?
She doesn't know everything, she just
Yes,
thinks she
I am a
does.
mom. My kids are very special. So special that... them perspective. Last night I was telling them about how Magellan sailed around the Strait of Magellan and met some friendly natives that gave him supplies. Then he had to kill all of them. That's an important lesson about life. If you look at nature, you'll see many species that eat their children to protect them. This is especially true of hamsters. It's about putting the family first. That's really important to me, and where a lot of my morality comes from.
I got an
and if
idea
you don't
here.
like it, find your own husband and stay away from mine, okay?
Okay, but excuse me if I sound a little confused.
Somebody shooting me?
Now, my morality comes from looking at history and biology and working out what's best for my kids and screw anyone else. That's what this country's all about. I mean, I saw the hippies. A school with a name like Moonbeam or Wave or Horseradish or whatever they call it. But how can you take your kid to a Little League game when you live in a communal farm growing drugs? It's awful. And that's what my life is about. Looking down on others.
Yes, I think I can see that. Moving on. Pastor Richards, in your book, you talk about putting yourself first and how people should not make sacrifices for faith those in need. Do you want to elaborate?
Well, that's right. People need to learn how to take care of themselves and not depend on others. If you read chapter 45 of my book, I'll talk about it.
Uh-oh. I'm in trouble now.
Look at Russia. They keep trying to help each other out, extend a hand to a neighbor. And guess what? Every 10 years, someone's invading, burning down their homes, and taking their toilet paper. Napoleon, Stalin, Attila the Hun, all of it. After you read my book, you will understand. I may have been born in the sea, but I'm no dumb.
Are we going to talk about being naked? Yeah, soon, Barry. Keep your hair on and calm down, please, my friend.
That worked out okay.
I bought your head.
Oh, cool. Usually they're all pretty kind of mad at me, but they're not chasing me right now.
Is working late or away on an extended business trip to Hawaii with his secretary. I understand.
I don't need a hair
just how
transplant.
important the family unit is in life.
Shawn Michaels does, though.
So I can get another station wagon with even more wood on it.
And that dude is bald.
Learn so much from nature. People these days, they don't grow their own food. They can barely get out of their recliners and make it to the supermarket. I tell you, there is nothing super about that place. Kids these days don't know how to preserve and can their own food. No wonder all they want to do is play video games or hang out with their friends. What is it, the Degeneratron? What a crock of shit.
Watch your language. This is radio. We have regulations about that sort of thing.
But you let a naked man on.
Yeah, he's behind the screen. You can't see him. It's not that exciting. Imagine a flabby guy
Oh,
with
that
a
wasn't so
ponytail and a
great.
nasty rash. You get the picture.
Imagine one. I married one. Anyway, what was I saying?
You were discussing the Degenitron, which I understand is a games machine. Then you swore.
I'm sorry, it makes me so mad. I mean, what I heard my son, Patrick III, I heard him using slang words in the house the other day. Rad and cool and stick it. I mean, I beat him to within an inch of his life, and he will never make that mistake again. Americans should be spoken properly.
Oh, I know where I need to go.
Don't interrupt me. I've got children, you know. Please. This is really important. It's about the family. Look. Nobody knows how to cook anymore. Nobody knows how to kill anymore. Nobody knows how to kill dinner. My daddy was a very wise man before that
I don't know. I don't really watch WWE that much anymore. I haven't seen them in forever.
Oh, sure. I was a little
I pretty much just watch the specials now. Like the last thing I watched was whatever the last pay-per-view was. What, Back?
As a mother, I'm proud proud to say I throttled the life out of that little piggy. I did it for my family, and I'll do it again. Feeding the family is my job as a mother. Daddy earns money and goes away with his secretary, and Mommy provides dinner and keeps a brave face on things, even though her heart is breaking. Where are my girls?
Barry, you look like you've got something to say.
I agree. Statistics show that families that spend time together naked are the best kinds of families.
See if I can get this one now. This was pissing me off yesterday and I couldn't get to it. All right. Now that I don't mind, which is weird. I mean, I would sit and watch wrestling for 2 days straight. Shit, sometimes 3. I'm just weird like that, I guess.
Absolutely. Yes, of course I can. Just look at... People want to be told how to act, and most people are idiots, and that's exactly who my teachings appeal to. This lawless, permissive society has no boundaries, and without boundaries...
Oh yeah, that's my favorite ones, the Royal Rumble.
And what's evil, you need someone to tell you so. Single moms have obese kids, it's a fact, while rich people have a lot of guilt, unnecessarily, in my opinion.
I agree. I don't think these people understand just how hard it is to potty train. You have to give a treat when Precious makes a poop. My kids are big boned, and they eat prunes every day. But that's what's wrong with this country. All of this emphasis
Well, it seems like this thing's moving pretty quick now.
When my children are hungry, I hand them a spear and send them out to the park to catch their own food. They're learning how to be self-sufficient. Yesterday, my youngest, Jono, killed a postman, but at least he was trying.
Let's see if I can find a sports car somewhere.
I'm gonna hit Daddy next time he comes home late, smelling of cheap perfume.
Okay. It's time to take a break before we hear about any more criminal acts against government employees. You're listening to Pressing Issues. Morality is the subject at hand. Let's explain exactly how free radio without commercial breaks works. We'll be right back.
You're listening to VCPR. Finally, a radio station for teachers and librarians. You're enjoying Pressing Issues, but as is normal, you can't listen to an hour's worth of programming on this station without us begging for money. It's the bi-daily begathon here on VCPR, where we hold your favorite shows hostage until you pull in some cash.
You know what's so great about VCPR? It's like a shining torch of cultural enlightenment for Vice City. In these times of darkness, when the hordes are so uneducated they can barely understand multisyllabic phrases like, clean my shoes better, Marissa, or I'll report you to the IRS, or
Alright, almost close to the hotel.
Isn't it pleasant to have a patronizing voice on the radio?
That's right, Michelle. With the way things are going under Reagan, at any moment the unwashed Huns from the Midwest could descend upon Vice City and enslave the poets and postal workers and force us to watch network programs.
Yeah, I know. I always thought that was a weird looking van. Oh, here it is. It's starting to get warm in my house. The air conditioner shut off.
Segment of the show, we are discussing morality. Since the beginning of time, man has asked questions. Why are we here? What time is it? And is there a place around here a guy can get a drink? Early man, as seen in the Cave of Lascaux in France, questioned the morality of making the mammoth extinct. I think we all know what happened there. Is it society's job to tell each other how to live? Recently, my city considered passing a public curfew that says nobody can be on the streets after 8:30 p.m. Of course, the bill didn't get passed, but it made people think. If you don't vote, you get morons in charge. Is that moral? I'm not sure. Let's press the issue.
Children should be at home with their parents naked. A curfew makes sense.
Goodness, get back behind the divider, please. I'm married.
What's so wrong with me? Why do you hate me because I'm happy? Jan, give me a hug. I love you. And by the sound of things, your husband is doing the same right now with his secretary.
No, we worked through it. He was stressed. It's hard keeping a family together these days.
Everyone, take your clothes off and feel what it's like to be free of bondage. Everyone out...
Mr.
This one's not too hard.
Colonel, thank you for coming. Please sit. Lobster?
No, thanks.
I am ashamed to admit that one of the causes of our mutual problem appears to have been the loose tongue of a man I used to trust. I've been carrying Gonzalez for years, but now his incompetence reaches new heights. It's only right that you kill Gonzalez.
Did he do it? It's the money that's important to me.
For this kindness, I will reward you. And then, we will find your money together.
Ooh, find his money together.
His penthouse, half drunk probably. Use this.
Eating leather? No, I've never ate leather. Oh, no, I don't. I'm not into seafood.
If not, you may have to choose to save yourself and leave the others behind.
Hey, stop selling things on my show. You're not a value sponsor who supports the art of public radio, buddy.
I, for one, welcome our new Russian masters. We can learn so much from other cultures. Did you know in India, the women protest by setting themselves on fire? I tell you, next time the kids are screaming for ice cream and pop, I may just douse myself in kerosene. I use that as a threat to my kids all the time, so it's no wonder they're so screwed up. That's one of the tough things about being a mom, not ruining their lives with guilt.
Looks like my dog wants to go out. Well, he's definitely going to have to wait till I finish this mission for sure.
Movie may be #1 in the box office, but my kids certainly ain't going to see it. If you don't raise your kids right, they end up...
Well, duh, it's a slasher movie. You're not supposed to take kids to see slasher movies. Even though my mom did, because I loved them. I remember she used to take me to see Nightmare on Elm Street and shit like that when I was... Well, I wasn't that young of a kid. I was like a 12 or something. Hello.
Look, Barry, earlier you said you discovered nature.
Will you ask yourself that same thing?
He's got a blade. I got good deals on speakers.
South 5 point. There is a 1031 South 5 point.
Okay, I got that. And where's Gonzalez, I think? Does he have money or something? Nope, there he is. He's gone. Oh.
Seen the miniseries of them on television. I read it in a book. We've got to stop looking at the stars, all this science fiction, and focus on the family. Now, if you really want to dance like
I shot out my tire, these assholes. I'm doing okay.
I'm sorry, Maurice, but I have to tell you, I moved to Florida to bring my kids up the American way in a theme park. And that's just the kind of person I am. Opinionated and moronic.
Oh, that was a bitch.
4th of July. Critics complain it's immoral to meddle in the affairs of other peoples and cultures. Pastor Richards, what? And what do you make of meddling in other people's business?
Oh,
like
well, happy birthday.
Opinionated sociopath?
Well, let me say that money could have gone to much better things, like reserving a place by my side.
Trying to think, whose birthday's coming up next? I can't think of anybody.
Don't interrupt me, boy. Anywho, I address the Alaska issue in chapter 23 of my book. You see, the Alaskans are lunatics. Simple. They eat whale and snow and are asleep in the freezer.
Oh, you're welcome.
Once eat snow every day. Oh, I try. Come on, in my book, but they burned them in a pile for heat. If the people of Alaska choose to live there. But don't come crying when you're tired of eating penguin and it snows 18 feet a day.
Yes, but don't you think it's important?
I think it's very important.
Wow, 57.
That's what makes the state of Florida great. Rather than help improve where they are, people nationwide abandon their hometowns, come down here, and shove their beliefs down everyone else's throat. That's the American way, always has been. We should send some pictures of Florida to those.
Yeah, this one's my favorite. But I'm really starting to like San Andreas more and more. There's just so much to do in that game. Yeah, I know. We're still waiting on GTA 6. Impatiently. What the hell did she just say to me?
Single people, families, elderly couples, teachers.
Yeah, I know. I don't think it's gonna.
Truck drivers understand what it's like to be by yourself for days on end, with nothing but country music on the radio and sticky.
Oh, what they really should do is remaster some of the older games to hold us over.
Truckers realize there's nothing to be ashamed of on the open road. Get naked and beat it on down the line. You've never seen a sense of community and
Yeah, like there's Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories, GTA 4.
Wait right there, Barry. I'm getting something through the cats. Headphones, that is. Yes? Yeah, okay. We just want
Yeah, and there's like, what, 2 more games that go with it?
We'll be right back after this.
I don't know why they don't remaster those and put them out on PS5.
Jonathan, I think it's time to acknowledge the people who are sending money.
I've never played it.
And end this dreadful begathon.
Here's a $10 pledge from Fran in Little Havana. Wow, you think she could have given more than that?
Yes, mean bitch. I hope she dies an agonizing death.
Absolutely, Michelle. And remember, if you want us to...
Alright, here we go. Ah, the late great Burt Reynolds. And Ray Liotta.
Come in and park yourself on the high.
I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. I think Ray Liotta's last movie was The Cocaine Bear.
By golly, he never did. Would you like a drive? No thanks. A clean thinker. I like that. Now, the property business isn't all about highfalutin paper pushing. It's
I don't know if I like it more yet.
To claim that dirt. You with me, son?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I need some tenacious bastard to let go of some dirt. And you look to me like the kind of guy to persuade him.
Persuasion's my forte.
Yeah, he'll be down at the country club, down on the golf course. They don't allow guns, so his bodyguards won't be packing lawgivers. Go
Lawgivers?
beat tons of crap out of him. Here now, I got you a membership. And boy, you're gonna need more appropriate clothing.
My new friend. I never had a friend with a wig before.
Shipped for 65 days. So they ate for 3 days straight.
Oh, what an asshole.
Quickly became an annual custom. America was founded by people who wanted a place where they could tell other people how to live. And I'm a history major. But do we have the right? The question, Is it more to celebrate Thanksgiving, a holiday that is clearly about gluttony, annoying relatives, and awful casserole?
Well, I for one love it.
Is this...
Porridge in a pan and bake it. Somebody'll probably eat it. It's like my book. You believe in your favorite sports team, then they get massacred. You believe in gravity, then it turns upside down on you. You love your favorite TV shows, and the network ends it with a lousy finale. But you can believe in me, and if you believe...
My target is at the driving range enjoying a game of golf. Make sure it is his last. That I shall do. But I'm going to cheat. I'm going to jump over the fence. Oh, you asshole.
How much money do I pay here?
Not enough to save you from me.
But it ain't putting food on the table. And he's learning bad language.
Okay, chat.
Called Caucasian female body hair in American culture. Amy, I love you like my sister, but honey, you've fallen prey to a sustained marketing assault that began in 1502 to convince women that underarm and leg hair was wrong. There's nothing more natural than this enormous bush I've got growing under each arm. Having hair is natural. What's the deal with Anglo-Saxons? I mean, go to England. The women there don't shave their underarms.
Yeah, I like K-Chat and the other one. I should switch them for the next time I stream.
Healthy signs and not the signs of socialized barbarism, like shaving.
Give me that. There's a couple more over here.
The organs below the belt are for reproduction and removing of bodily waste. There's no reason that when I go to buy a soda or a transmission, I need to be distracted by your privates dangling about. Now, when I go to the store to buy an air conditioning filter, I'd rather not have to look at your moneymaker, amigo. I'm glad you are proud of it. But when people of Vice City are in a Quickie Mart, they should be able to have a simple financial transaction without seeing your fire hose. Are you with me?
Sorry, Maurice.
That's okay. Just try to behave. I think the sun must have got to you or something.
Yes, maybe that's it.
Maurice, if I may, you have a fine show here, and I'm glad to be on it. But everyone within the sound of my voice and smell will die in the fires of doom. An agenda. Our very way of life is threatened. We formed this great state to play golf, and I'll be damned if any weirdo hippies are going to tell us we can't fill in wetlands and make a home for ourselves, complete with 18-hole championship standard courses and selective admission. Heathens will ruin the land. Acid will rain from the skies. We'll never hear my voice again. It will be anarchy.
TV teaches immorality. Refugees, glue, the price of tea in China. How can we raise children in this environment? My little boy asked me the other day,
Mommy, are unicorns real?
what am I supposed to say to that? Do I lie and make myself as bad as the boy's father? Or do I break the little boy's heart and ruin his life so that he ends up a nudist or a freak or something?
Let's see how...
It's a difficult question.
All right.
A very difficult question. Is it right? Laws are a way of keeping warm and not getting arrested.
No policeman has ever hit me with his truncheon.
I'd like to hit you back to hell, you sicko. You're filth. Human form of vermin. A blight on a fine society, picket fences and garden parties, and everyone coming 3 times a day to my statue to pay homage.
Oh, come on.
As a human being, I have to say I find your philosophy or cult or whatever it is utterly and completely appalling.
Why, thank you. I knew you'd understand.
I mean, you seem to want to build a religion around yourself and some 1950s vision of America. It's the 1980s, man. And one-man worship me cults are not allowed, my friend.
Exactly. As I say in the great book, many are called, but unless you have a good credit...
What goes around comes around.
Yeah, give me this fucker.
Don't be shy, please. We've all got one. That means I'm happy.
Hey, stay away from me. I'm a celebrity.
Oh, good lord.
Hide yourself, boy. I warn you, I'm armed and I'm not afraid to use it.
We've all got one. Look how
Oh, shit.
free I am. Man feels so good.
What the fuck? Get out, Tommy.
Hey, Pastor Richards, please put the gun away.
Oh,
Put it
come
away.
on.
I am the sole judge of truth and decency. Get back, heathen. Get back.
I love you all.
That wasn't supposed to happen. God damn it.
You bumbling fool!
Harry, are you okay? Are you alive?
Well, that sucks.
Do I have to? Can't you get someone else? Jack, Dios mío, she's fainting.
No, hold it harder. Oh, that's so good. I need mouth to mouth. Maurice, please. I might die.
Okay. Excuse
Let him
me,
die,
I'm only
Maurice. He'll
doing
be
this to
okay.
save your life. I don't want to.
Thanks. I'm getting cold. Wait. It's okay.
I guess I'll run through up here and grab some guns and shit. I'm going to go ahead and stop here for tonight. But feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you would like. I will be back Tuesday night at 6 o'clock Central Time. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you later.